Love you guys. Have an awesome day. All right. Good morning, everyone. Hopefully we can catch a few fish and make some tacos. Alright, so that's pretty weird. Just got to my favorite spot to launch the kayak, and check this out. I would like to say that it's somebody's, but I mean, it's full of water. Looks like we're ready to go. I was gonna go ahead and make some coffee while we're parked, but I figure instead of breaking everything out, I'll just wait till I cook, and then I'll have my coffee. See you on the water. And we are out of here. Let's go. You guys can see what I'm seeing. Look at this. Don't get no better than that. Looks like the water's down a little bit, but I don't think that's gonna matter too much today. I have been an avid watcher of solo catch and cooks, primitive survival, for many, many years. And last night, I was like, you know what? Why watch it? Go do it. So, I gotta show some appreciation to those who has inspired me. And there are so many, I know I'm not gonna name all of them. Catfish and carp, Outdoor Boys, Fishing with Ace, High Adventures, Field Days. Man, I love me some field days. Anyway, there's many of them, and they've all inspired me to get out here and do it for myself and have some good times, and all while, who knows, maybe entertaining a few people. The lake's down quite a bit, so most of the normal structure for these fish is like up on the bank. But I finally just came across like my first little cluster that's sort of in the water. It ain't a big piece of structure, but it gives us something. So we're gonna see what we can make happen. My fishing setup, guys, it's just a Walmart special. I don't buy expensive rods and reels. So I ain't selling you nothing. I'm not selling you nothing is what I was trying to say. Watch me catch fish on my cheap rod. See, you can catch fish on a cheap rod. Look here. Oh, but you can't keep them on the hook on a cheap hook. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change my hook. This hook I have been using for a couple days now, and it looks like it's bent a little bit because I have missed 3 hookups already. And we are not starting a day like that. So I'm gonna cut this hook off. Don't throw this stuff in the lake, y'all. That's just crappy. Get you one of these, just something this simple. Just boop, boom, it's in the trash. Take it out. That simple. That's all it took not to be a piece of crap. Put this little hook on here. Sorry about the lighting. It's very foggy out, and I'm sitting in the shade on top of that. I don't do any kind of fancy knots or anything like that. I just, honestly, I do a couple different slip knots, but I always just catch myself going back to some weird no-name knot I always did as a kid, and I never lost a fish on it, so I never changed it. We get a fish on the first cast or first hook set, that verifies what I thought. My hook was bent, which I'm pretty sure it was. Let's give it a go. I think these are little bitty fish just pecking at my bait. All right, that's fish on. We can call that a keeper. No, ain't no keeper, but that's fish. Oh, what a hook set. So y'all know he's gonna make it. He just ain't gonna see straight. We're looking for something a little bit bigger than that. Man, if y'all could feel it out here right now, it is beautiful. It's not humid, it's not hot, it's not cold. This is just right. Looks like we finally found some structure. There's a little bit right there in front of us. Go hit it up, see what's going on. Look at that. So I guess this is officially season 1, episode 1 of Dadventures with your host, Gunner. Okay, so I take back everything I said about cheap fishing poles. You cannot catch fish on them. It sucks. Don't make fun of me, I didn't have a daddy. Okay, let's try it with my other Walmart fishing rod. See if the results are any different. Oh, the cast is smooth. That ain't right. Does anybody know that song from anywhere other than The Lion King? I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. There they are, standing in the wind. Big ones, small ones, some as big as you. And that's where I don't know the rest of the song. It just always goes to, oh, I would have never had to do this with Mufasa. Oh, that one. Good timing. Paddling. Oh, is this a mentionable one? This one might be a mentionable one. Come on, keep swimming, keep swimming. No, it's not. It's a little bitty one. What you doing taking that big old bait? That's almost good enough. But we're still early, so we're gonna let these little guys go. Try one more cast over here, and if we don't catch a fish before we lose this bait, I'm gonna go up here and put on some coffee. Yeah, fishy, fishy, fishy. Yeah, fishy, fishy, fishy. You know, another good YouTuber I still watch quite a bit is Zachary's Makery and Mischief. He was the guy that won I think it was season 7 of Alone. But he's just a pretty clever guy. Pretty clever guy. Well, the bite is not on yet. We've caught a few, I think 3 or 4 little bitty bluegill, but nothing worth lighting the drill for. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come up here on this beautiful little spot. It's a point. I'll show you guys here in just a second. We're gonna make us a cup of coffee. See if we can reflect on what we got on here. Alright, we are on this amazing little point right here, and I'm fixing to have me a cup of coffee. Got a simple little setup, just a little propane tank and single burner. Got me some lake water here. I'm probably gonna strain that a little bit. And I'll show you this. This is it's for tea, but I like to use it to make my coffee. I'll show you here in just a second. Let me get this thing fired up and going, and we'll make some coffee. Till then, just check that out. I don't understand why they need to give these little bottle stoves the ability to go supersonic, but Jesus, check this out. And that's just barely touching it. Like, you barely need to, I just need to heat up some water, bro. Calm down. Alright, let's see if we can get some coffee going. a little bit better. Still not what we're looking for. But you could tell your big brother to come check me out. I think our water's boiling, y'all. Let's go see. Had a catastrophe, man. My first cup, I guess, got to boiling real heavy and it rattled off and poured out everywhere, so I had to start all over. Not quite. Looks like our water's finally boiling. So now I'm gonna get down here and show you guys how I make my coffee. This little thing, I have no idea what it's called. I will find out for you, but it's for tea. Watch how I do it. Water's boiling nice and hard. I just get my coffee. I just take a little bit. Not even a lot. Just depends on how you like your coffee. You know, you like it strong, so be it. Has to be pretty flush. So clean the edges. So that once you clean the edges, it closes and it seals pretty good. Then you just bring it over here to your coffee and whoop, make it as strong as you want. I'm gonna let that boil for a little while. Get it nice and dark, and we'll have a cup of coffee. Matter of fact, it's about done. Let's just let that go. Go ahead and turn this off. We're gonna let that simmer and steep for a little while. Meanwhile, I'll show you what I got going on. I decided to switch up to a plug because there's so many fish hitting top water. We're gonna give it a shot, see what happens. Coffee is done. You know what that means. I don't know if it gets much better than this. Sitting here watching the fish roll top water. It's not too hot. It's not cold. The sun's not beating down on me. A little bit of fog in the water, not enough to mess up the view. But look at this. Look at that. That makes for a different kind of coffee session. Only way it could get better is if my coffee wasn't so hot I couldn't drink it. It is scalding hot. I can't feel my tongue right now. Look at that, man. I'm gonna go cast right there. I'll be right back. guess it's just not meant to be. Means I need to be having some coffee. So the fish are hitting a little bit further offshore than I can get to with my pole. So I'm gonna finish up my cup of coffee, pack this up, and get back on the kayak. And we're gonna try to get lunch again. See ya. If there was one thing I could wish for all y'all, it was that you get to experience the feeling of peace like this. I'm kayaking in my pot of coffee. This morning, this lake was my pot of coffee, y'all. Let that sink in. It's amazing. Okay, so the catch and cook was a bust. I caught a bunch of little bait-sized fish. I didn't catch anything worth lighting the grill for. I stayed out there from about 7:45 to right at noon, and I didn't get, like I said, nothing worth lighting the grill for. So my batteries died, my butt got wet. I came home. I made a corn dog to celebrate my loss. The end.